Do you do other giveaways in prizes in your parties?
Good question. So, yes. So so the survey is
I
basically
can't hear you. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Can you hear me now? Okay. That's a great question. So I do a giveaway for the survey, and that's just one, and that goes in my customer group. Because ideally I captured all of these people that took the survey into my customer group. That's my thinking. So they'll see it there. In my party, I vary it. If it was I generally do one giveaway in my party, one big grand prize for sure. That's based on participation. And I do not do some major point system. I don't go look any of that up. I look at, because I do them in a group, I look at the stats that it shows me in the group. I start the group soon enough so that it's been open, and then it shows you those stats of participation, and I look at the top 10 and I go, oh, this girl,
Oh, okay.
Now, if it is a really, really hoppin' party and a few of the hostesses did really well, I do a couple prizes. I do more than one. I congratulate them. I said, you guys were such an awesome party. Your hostess did so good. You all participated so well. And I'm picking 3 winners or 2. So I just kind of vary it. It's usually one. I mean, let's be honest. If it was one party by itself, I would have had to have given away 6 or 7 presents, and I don't now. So I try not to get too greedy. At the same time, like, it's the beauty of doing them all together is that you don't have to do a bunch of giveaways either, I mean, so it can be nice. And I have plenty to give away too, so that's not a huge issue for me as far as that goes. I stink at doing giveaways. I stink at actually mailing them if they need to be mailed. If I don't get to add it to their order, I stink at like wrapping it and putting the address on it and getting it to the post office, because it's just a task I don't like.
You like doing that, or it's taxing, you said?
I hate it.
I don't either.
Yeah. And it's one of the things that I miss about having an in-house assistant, because I barter with some girls. I barter with a lot of people to do those little things like that. They fill my club boxes and do my mailings and things like that. And I definitely have procrastinated on a lot of that stuff. But no, that's a great question with giveaways. Yeah, so the survey is different. I treat that totally as a different thing. They get bonus points for taking the survey. I mean, do I really completely pay attention? No. Like I said, I base it on who's participating. And if she participated a lot, she took that survey, more than likely. She wanted to win. You know what I mean? Like, she's that girl who won at the party and wanted to win. I don't go back and look at all the points and all of that stuff. I just pick it fair and square that these couple of girls, they participated. I'm going to give them a prize. That's how I do it.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. And do you open up different groups each time that you're doing these?
It's a group connected to my business page. So I actually start the group from my business page. I do that for a couple of reasons, mainly because that was a thing that was discussed a lot with Facebook jail, is that anything connected, and it can't be just connected. So when I say connected, there's a difference between starting a group and then connecting it to your business page versus starting the group on your business page. I also am just trying to get more people to like my business page. I don't actively use it enough the way it should be. And this was kind of a first step for me of like, okay, this will be a way that I'll start getting them to like my business page. Same with the albums. I finally got all my albums up in my business page that are for my party. So in Cinch Share, I'm sharing those albums. Again, that's also because it matches my personality, and I can share 80 pictures as opposed to 10 that Cinch Share lets me do.
Right.
But I just, in hopes, am hoping that they check out my business page while they're there too. That they do see that I do have good reviews on there, and little by little I need to work that more. And this is just steps towards that I'm not doing yet, but I'm hoping helps basically. But yeah, my group is from the business page, and it's a group. It's a group for each battle, different group every time. So I now have like 20 groups, something like that, from the last year basically, because I started partying off of there about a year ago. Maybe outlet sale time, somewhere after there, I would say, is when I started doing the groups on my business page. But it's also nice because they're all right there. I don't have to go dig for them. That's another thing I like. So whenever I do want to go post about an outlet sale or a new thing and you like to go back to your groups, I do like that going to my business page now, I don't have to weed through the hundreds of groups that I'm in. I know that that's where I've been partying and I can go to those groups. That's another thing I like about having them there too. It's just an easy way to kind of put them all in one spot.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, gosh, I had another question. I saw in looking through your hostess coaching that you have you're giving your hostesses incentives for.
I am. And I'm playing with that stuff still. I wasn't booking parties off of the parties at first. And so I was asking other people, what are you doing to get parties off of the parties? This is one thing I feel like I rock at a home party. And I play used to be the rosette game, the nail file game. The hostess gets 3 of them. And when she gets rid of all of them, all 3, she gets a prize. So I wanted to emulate something similar to that, but yet I can't give her 3 things. What am I really, she's virtual. So that's where someone had made a graphic, and I can share that too. That's part of the hostess coaching. You'll see a few different times, and that graphic goes that she gets, gets something if she gets 3 parties. They've been loving it, and I've just been doing a bundle of stuff that I have already. And if they're not close, I haven't had to do this yet because my parties for the most part have been close enough that I've been delivering something to them. I probably, though, will do our business supply bundle because those are valued at like $75 or something like that, or usually or more or whatever. So that's what I'll probably toy around if I have to mail something rather than mailing my own things, because that goes back to the beginning of this conversation. I hate going to the post office.
Right.
And getting that all ready. So that would just be easier for me too. That would be just a quick, out of sight, out of mind. If she booked me 3 parties, I can handle buying her a bundle off of business supply or a couple of them or whatever, like I'll figure something out like that. And then the other one I do, and I just recently had to change the hostess coaching for this one because it also wasn't working. And so in my newest version, you'll see I say it I really try to work it in advance. And that's if they get $200 in orders before the party, they get the zipper pouch. I was failing at hostess coaching is why they weren't doing it. I was hostess coaching majority of the stuff only a day or 2 before the party. So of course she didn't get $200 orders. I wasn't giving her enough time. She didn't have her hostess packet in the mail. She didn't have anything to get cited and take orders. That was me. That was my fail. I had to realize. So now that I've actually sent hostess, I have my virtual assistant sending hostess packets already for June parties. And I did these last couple of weeks for May. I was ahead of the game for once. I just got there because I was flying by the seat of my pants still. While it looks like I have all these systems, I naturally, that was a disclosure I wanted everybody to know too. While it looks like I'm a systems girl and I have all of these things, I am naturally a fly by the seat of my pants girl. Naturally. And so I know that this is my weakness, and that's what I try to do it. I try to get systems because I know they work better, and I know that I need them. As much as I say I'm a fly by the seat of the pants girl and I like to be that girl, it doesn't always work. It doesn't, it makes me spontaneous and it makes me jump in and try things, but it doesn't always get the effects that I want to see over and over again. And that's what I want. I love being able to say I'm a well-oiled machine. That's like my go-to that I love to say, and systems let me do that. I can't do that without systems. So it's funny because when I was doing some of this, not all of this, but some of the same trainings to my accountability partners, I realized that they all see me as a systems girl, and I was like, what? Like, I don't even know Tab. And so it's funny that that's how some people see me, but it's just something that I know is my weakness and I try to build on and do. And that's what I've had to do with the hostess coaching. And I've had to train myself to stop being the last minute, fly by the seat of the pants girl. And so back to the point of all, that's where now I'm starting to actually get people get $200 in orders before the party. And I'm just like, what? And again, I don't mind giving a zipper pouch. I'm fine with that. If I've made $50 off of you already and you've collected from people who aren't probably coming to the party, more than likely, wahoo, I can spend $12 on you or whatever it is. So that is working. And I've snuck it in there. Now I want to say that one's in there a couple of times too, before the party even starts. And then the getting hostesses, it's in there a little bit at the beginning, and then there's a reminder, and then of course it's throughout the party. It's my posts in the party say, your hostess is going to get a goodie from me if 3 people, and then I'm always, if she gets one. So this is what I'm doing too, that in the party that's I'm trying to do as much as I do at my home party, and I think I could be doing it even more fun, and I'm not. what I'm doing right now is I am at least posting every time she gets a party, and I'm doing the countdown, and I'm doing it if it's several, because it's a battle. So I'll say so-and-so has 2, she only needs 1 more. And, so I'm doing that. I think what would be even more fun if I put my big girl panties on and do it is to do just like I would in my home party and go live and have like that box that you're like unwrapping the ribbon first and taking the wrapping paper off. I think that would be, it makes more sense, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not there with the live videos. I will be. It's just not part of where I'm at right now. And it's not even just mentally. It's just, I think, just still getting these systems and trying to get it all, in place. And once I become more of a well-oiled machine with all of it, it'll be that much easier to go live. I think, it won't seem like one more task. It'll just seem like part of it. Does that help with the giveaways? I think that's everything. Is that
Yeah.
all? Is that all of them? I don't think there's anything else.
I don't think so.
That I'm giving.
Yeah.
And I have done the math. I did the math on it for a little bit too, that I'm still giving away less. While I'm giving away like this big $75 bundle, I am still giving away less than I did if each of these parties were individual. Like I'm giving away these giant things now for the top prize. Like the top battle does get a prize. And I didn't talk about that. JP's not giving away. I have mixed emotions about that because I do think it's working. I do think that they know there's an actual battle. I think it makes them work harder. I think we're all going to be just, comparison is the thief of joy, but we all compare. And I think just the little things, even if she doesn't think she's going to be the winner, the battle definitely works already because she sees, oh, well, she posted her products. I guess I better do that because she did it and I look stupid now if I don't do it. We all have those feelings already. And not everyone is competitive, but a lot of people are. A lot of people, when it comes down to it, we're all competitive by nature. And so I do think it matters. And I think it matters to her people also, not just her. They rally around it. Every night I post, little pink boxing gloves or whatever, and I give the stats. Now, I don't give numbers. I don't think that's fair. I just say who's in first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth. I don't think she gets to play the game of like, well, I'm going to place this order and I'm going to do that. Like I just place the statements every night. But the point is I think her people get just as much, if not more excited for her. They want her to win too. So even if she's not competitive by nature, they might be competitive. So I don't know. I get where JP is going because I'm sure she's also trying to make it duplicatable, that we're not spending and we're not giving stuff. But I think what I would tell my team still is don't give away the bank. Don't give away what I'm giving away if you don't have that. If you don't have a stash like I have, keep it simple. You don't even have to say what the giveaway is. Just say she gets a special prize. It can be a mini zipper pouch. It can be an extra $10 on her next order. You know what I mean? Like it does need to be something fairly fun, but I don't know if I agree that that's not part of what's really working with my battles.
So you said you're giving away a fairly substantial prize?
I am giving away the value, again, just like I am of if they get 3 parties, I'm giving away the value of like a $75 bundle or thing of some sort, basically. I had a party that hit $2,600 and a party that hit $1,600, and they were the winners, obviously. I gave them a rolling bag because they were local and I knew they were going to brag about it, and those parties were huge. So I have a couple rolling bags around here, and I was like, I don't know what else I'm going to do with these. Might as well make them work for me, and sure enough, they bragged. They took a picture and they posted thank you for my present on their party. You know what I mean? Like, now does that make an expectancy sometimes later? Yes and no. I post numbers. So I also, at the end of the party, I post how much you would have made, how much your hostess got, how much, all of that stuff. I post that. So they also see that. So if I had a battle and the highest winner was like a $700 party, they have to know numbers too. They have to know I'm not going to give away, it's huge. But sometimes I was saying it's a $75 or more bundle, and sometimes I wasn't, but that's what I've been giving. And I've been playing around if I'm going to keep saying it, and that's what I'm going to keep giving. Right now it's working. I'm rolling with it, but that may or may not change in the future. But for now, I have a lot of stash. I have a lot of stuff to give away, and I'm fine with it. I can go down at any point and find a large utility tote and a zipper pouch and a thermal tote that look cute together, or whatever. Or like I said, an old Hostess exclusive that's valued at a ton, and add a zipper pouch or a little carry-all caddy with it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have the stuff, but I do want to work on making sure it's duplicatable for my team, obviously, as I'm training them also. And I don't want to be like, I'm also the consultant. I never like to be either. I always tell them I don't want to be the consultant in the area that's doing better giveaways than everybody else either. You know, I don't want to be competitive with them that way, that I might be taking away from our mutual people for that reason also. So, but most of my girls that are going to do this, they have a stash, they have stuff, you know. A couple other things I didn't get to, and just because we're still here and I am recording it, I'm doing my launch parties this way too. So I am encouraging my new recruits to get 2 or 3 parties out of the gate. And the group we set up is going to be her customer group, and it's going to be her launch party, and it's going to be her first battle. And they're going to battle against her, and we'll decide in the end if it's fair that she gets to win or not, because that varies, you know, how it goes. There might be a winner still of her other hostesses. We'll decide that. We'll put you in the game, but then we'll decide at the end. Like if you had this huge launch, you know, and it is your launch, then that might not be fair. I've done it twice, and it went awesome. And then they're all in her customer group. So then that battle right away was there. I trained her how to do the battle. I showed her, you know, what to do. The last girl I did, she was in a battle and then decided to join. So she already got the idea, but I was like, I'll still do it for you. You know, I want to train you. I want to go through the hostess coaching with you and all of that still. And because I'm a firm believer, which we can't do right now, of 3 launch parties. I'm a firm believer of 2 home parties and a Facebook launch. So you have a home party with me, and then you have a home party on your own for all the people that couldn't make it to the first party. And you don't announce the second home party, but but for all the ones that can't come, you say, oh my gosh, well, I'm having another one, blah, blah, blah. And I stress to them, I don't care if it's you and your grandma and your mom, you're doing it because you got practice. And you know, like even sometimes it's repeat. And then the Facebook launch. So this was like my aha of like, okay, we can't do that. And I'm not starting her, to me, you know, I told you I felt about Facebook parties. I was like, I don't feel like I'm starting her off with a bang with a Facebook party because I think they're stupid. You know, and so I was like, okay, let's start off with the battle. You feel passionate about this, let's try it. And it's working. So I did want to add that earlier too for the leaders. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I can think of. I feel like we talked about a lot. I love it. It's like almost been 2 hours. People that watch the video later are going to be like, what?
Oh, I got to get to homeschooling.
We're actually, we're celebrating Mother's Day today. We just couldn't make it work on Mother's Day, and then we tried again. It's been raining where I'm at a ton, so it's beautiful out today. So we're actually going to my grandma's, and we're all standing outside and bringing our lawn chairs and celebrating Mother's Day. So I got to get ready for that too. So, well, I hope it helped. I hope you got some nuggets. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Do you think this shirt would fit, or do you think I need like a shirt that matches the